Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Mad Men Film Review right here on the Mad Men Sports Network. I'm Brian Sullivan. It feels so good to be back. I know it's been a few weeks. I'm putting out some other content on our website. Make sure you check it out, madmensports.com. But enough of that. Let's get right to what we're here for. Kenny Golladay was a hot name coming into this season. He was a player that a lot of people expected to break out. And just because there were so many weapons in Detroit, I didn't quite know if I could believe in it, especially with guys like Golden Tate and Marvin Jones. But let me tell you, this young receiver, this young talent is already emerging into a future number one for Detroit. And it is not so crazy to say that at some point in the very near future, he could end up being the best receiver on this team. There's a reason why. He really reminds me of a guy like Alshon Jeffrey, really when he was playing back for the Bears, really when he was kind of just that big body threat to make a catch no matter when or what the coverage is like. So here's a few examples right here. Look at the excellent concentration. You're going to see the ball thrown over to the right and watch this catch that Golladay makes. Now, you just watch that. Everything from he's getting, mauled, the timing of kind of not even pushing off, but just kind of ever so slightly leaning back. That perfect timing, that perfect concentration, his ability to stay in bounds, that is just a ridiculous catch. And again, that is some very good coverage. But you see where Matthew Stafford places it. Again, if he turns his body even right here as opposed to when he does, it gives the cornerback time to react. Because he chooses to kind of contort his body right at that split second, right before the ball arrives, it doesn't allow the cornerback to really figure out what's going on. He's too busy focusing on Golladay one-on-one. Really impressive first catch right there. Now, while his probably one main weakness is that Golladay isn't exactly the best at creating separation at the line of scrimmage, especially in press coverage. Sometimes he's almost looking for kind of some contact, some physical contact. What he does have is some phenomenal chemistry with Matthew Stafford, and this play in particular really kind of stood out to me. I want you to keep an eye on him right down here. We'll watch this once, and really this just kind of looks like a nice sideline reception, makes it, toe taps in, that's pretty good. But notice the way right here specifically, how he starts turning inside. And because of that, the corner ends up kind of looking as if he's going here. And then he ends up kind of turning over to the left. Even though normally on a comeback route like that, you would expect him to turn his shoulder to the left to kind of turn around. He's able to deceive this cornerback right here by turning to the right and then still managing to keep his toes in bounds. And again, that's some excellent timing, some very nice deception. That's having really good understanding with your quarterback of what you're going to do, and being able to kind of trick the cornerback where, again, even though he's not really able to create separation at the line, and even though that's some good coverage, I mean, look at him right here. That's very nice coverage. Because Golladay is able to deceive him, look right here. He has no idea what's going on, because when you start to turn inside, he starts to go up, expecting him to maybe turn on the inside, maybe turn down. The last place his cornerback is expecting Golladay to go is to the sideline. That's a really cool play. Props to the coaching staffs, props to Golladay, props to Stafford for being able to all be on the same page on that one. Probably my favorite reception of the plays I'm going to show you. Now, we saw this one just last week, and what's crazy to me is, I swear, every game of Golladay I watched, it felt like he was getting better game by game, as if him and Stafford are just getting on the same page again. He's just getting more comfortable with what's going on. He's really readjusting to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. This one right here kind of shows everything that he is now and what he can be in the future. Again, it's not about the route run, but notice the way right here he high points the ball. That's a really tough catch to make. And look, he's off balance, but he immediately maintains speed, manages to stay in bounds, even breaks that extra tackle. Nice stiff arm to gain some extra yardage there. But right there, that is not easy to do. To make that catch and then immediately stay on your feet. He's not thrown off at all. And again, he knows exactly where the sideline is. That goes from being, for a lot of receivers, even if they do make that catch, they end up getting down at the 40-yard line. That ends up being a very nice, 10, 15-yard gain. And that's a very impressive catch. But for a guy like Golladay, that is so impressive. I don't even think that Alshon Jeffrey was really that good at being able to make things happen after the catch this early in his career. And that's what I'm really impressed with, is when he does get the ball in his hands, Golladay can do some really impressive things with it, along with being able to make some very tough catches like that. Now for this last one, it's only 4 plays. You guys can watch plenty more. Go watch the film. Go watch the highlights. You'll be very impressed. I could have shown you so many, especially against that game against Dallas. Pretty much every catch he had, 8, 9, 10-yard gains, tight coverage. He was making some very impressive receptions. This last one here, I know it sounds cheesy, the it factor. I know it sounds like you didn't watch the film, really. It sounds like you just kind of looked at the stats. But there are certain guys that really do have it, and it's those little extra things that really give them that quote-unquote it factor. And it's not that they have some special thing. It's that, again, they just kind of put in that extra effort on certain plays. So watch this play right here. Play action, wide open. That really has nothing to do with him. Anybody could have gotten open there. But watch right here. Just that little spin to get the ball over and get it in the end zone. Again, there's a lot of receivers where right there, as he gets grabbed, he might end up stepping out of bounds. He might end up just getting tackled. Goes down at about the 2-yard line, and then you have to punch it in, especially for a team like Detroit. Sure, they have LeGarrette Blount, but their offensive line still kind of working things out. Not perfect. Getting better week by week. But that's no guarantee, especially in the NFL against a tough defensive line like San Francisco. It's no guarantee. And for him to have the awareness and the ability to just get that ball in there, it doesn't look like much, but not every receiver is going to be able to do that. They don't all have that ability, that toughness, that strength to drive forward, and that is huge. Again, the difference between having to grind it out in the goal line and just being able to get that touchdown and get your defense back on the field. Huge difference, and that really is where Golladay has that it factor. Guys, I'm telling you, it's not just the stats. Pick him up in your fantasy leagues if you want to, and get ready. Golden Tate is a wonderful receiver, but he's getting up there in age. He's not going to be like this forever. And he's also limited just with his size and athleticism, if we're being honest. And Marvin Jones has always been a phenomenal number 2. You watch Golladay. He's not there yet. He's still very young, but he has the traits to be the next great receiver in Detroit and could possibly end up usurping the 2 receivers that are ahead of him on the depth chart currently. I am so excited to see what he does for the rest of the year because, again, I saw him improving game by game, and we might see some even more ridiculous plays by him. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. It's down there. And make sure you go to our website again. We'll see you next time.